We go. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Good morning, you guys. Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Sarah, we've been asking our guests
Hi.
recently because we're really curious what the answer is, and we want to know what your coffee order is. Your go-to.
Yeah, my go-to. So become a nervous wreck whenever I get in line and I have to order something. So typically what I say is I look at her and I say, dealer's choice. And then she makes me a drink. And it always has worked out for me.
I love it. You have
Immediately,
so
my
many
blood pressure
questions.
is through the roof. I mean, immediately, because I like to give 900 steps
She
to
does.
exactly what I would like. No one,
Measurements.
Sarah,
Sarah.
nobody will order my coffee because it's too embarrassing. I'm serious. I'm
I
serious.
just make too many decisions during the day. I'm like, this one I'm going to hand off to the
Decision fatigue. I love
professionals.
that. So, can you describe like what's the best thing that you've ever been handed by the dealer? Was it frozen? Was it hot? Was it icy?
Good question.
It was hot and
Okay.
it was some sort of like cinnamon oat milk thing. I don't know what it was called. I don't remember. I couldn't order it again, but it
Oh,
was fantastic.
okay, next you need to have
I
them
never would
write
have got
down
that
what
on
they
my
made.
own.
So you keep a little file of all of your favorites. I love this. You live life on
That
the
would be
edge.
smart.
I mean, my brain has already been expanded this morning, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I didn't know that this was a thing. I don't know. I'm both, yeah, I'm excited and nervous
Horrified
for you.
and interested. If
So
it ever
good.
doesn't work out, I will let you know.
Okay,
Great,
please
great,
do.
great. Oh my gosh, you guys, I would love to know how y'all feel about the Russian roulette coffee. I
Oh
think the answer is
no.
clear, but we're very impressed with Sarah. So y'all, we are joined this morning by Sarah Jones. Sarah has a company called Sarah Beth Interiors. And yes, I have already asked her if Beth is her middle name, and it is, but she does not go by Sarah Beth. It just is such a great name for a business. So Sarah Beth Interiors, we've got Sarah Jones here, and we're going to talk a little bit about her background. And y'all, we're going to wrap up with her giving us some tips about how to make our porches even more inviting as porch season is upon us.
It is. It is. Sarah, thank you for being with us.
Yay!
So I think our first
Yes,
question
thank
before
you
we
for
get
having
in,
me.
of course, I think our first question before we get into the porch talk
Yep.
and into the nitty-gritty of that is we want to know a little bit about your story and about how you started Sarah Beth Interiors. So give us the scoop.
Yeah. So I was the kid who like played with her dollhouse on the weekends, like redesigning her dollhouse.
I love that.
Um, even into my teenage years. But life is funny, and I went to college for something completely different. I have a degree in exercise physiology. I was
Oh,
going to go to physical therapy school, and I did some internships, and I realized I had like a huge aversion to touching people. So it was a problem. Yes,
100%.
Yeah.
very
Not a
bad.
great fit. I love that.
And
Okay.
a great fit. So life is funny, and I did a lot of different things, and I was working a marketing job, and my sister was about to adopt her first little baby girl, so I designed the nursery, and so people saw it and they said, "That's so great. Could you help us with our room?" And I said, "Yes, just for free, for fun." I did that, and then somebody else said, "Hey, we need help with this room." It sort of happened, or pretty organically, that I just developed more and more client base until eventually I said, "I think I can actually like make a living doing this." And I was lucky to have really amazing clients that trusted me, even though I didn't always like know what I was doing, and I was
None
learning
of
a
us
lot.
do.
Um,
Right. Truth.
so yeah,
Yeah, no one
so
does. Right.
eventually, I it's full time Sarah Beth Interiors. Have a great client base, and yeah, just continue to try to grow. And yeah, so
So
that's
cool. And so, Sarah, you really kind of do everything, right? I mean,
yeah,
renovation, you can help people with their plans, with their design selection, pick out tile, paint,
all of it.
flooring, cabinetry, kitchen redesign, but then also you can help with an existing space to select furniture, right?
Yes. Yep. I
Okay.
can do furnishing projects, decorating projects, and then I can do renovations and builds where we're doing finishes and we're working with contractors and architects. Anything to that is going to make a space pretty. That's I do that.
I love that. And you also, I was kind of stalking your website a little bit too, and you talk a
Great.
lot about, of course, the beauty of things, but also the functionality of things, which I
Yes.
think a lot of people forget about when they're designing. They just want it to look nice.
Yeah.
So will you explain? a few examples. I don't even know if these exist. A few examples of how you've combined like the functionality and the beauty piece in some of your past
Yeah.
projects.
So this question I realize is actually harder to answer than I thought it was going to be, just because what I found is that everyone's definition of what's functional is different. So
Interesting.
like what one person is willing to live with and maintain, another person says, absolutely not. That would make my
Sure.
life miserable. So I have one client, for example, who perfectly fine with a white sofa, not an issue, but she hated any grout lines in the house. Could not was not we're not was not going to clean grout. So for her, functionality meant that in the kitchen we did a full counter backsplash instead of tile. And so even though you're not getting those tile lines, you're getting this beauty of all the veining in the countertop. And then in the bathrooms, so this is a new build. In the bathrooms, we did full porcelain slabs on the shower walls. So there's like no grout lines.
No
And then you've
grout.
got the veining. Yep. And then large scale tiles on the floor, like as minimal grout as we could.
Sure. Well,
So
and
for her, that was like,
you
Yeah.
wouldn't know that without knowing your client and without asking, those
yeah,
little nitty-gritty questions that I'm
yeah,
sure is a part of that onboarding process that you do with everyone. But
yes.
that's so
Yes.
interesting. I
I
would have
spent
never
a
thought
lot of
about
time
that.
listening. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, someone else is completely different. Grout lines is a non-issue. Never would have thought about it, but they've got dogs and little kids. And so for them, functionality means, okay, so we're sourcing really durable, stain resistant fabric. We're getting solid wood coffee tables, rugs that are easy to clean. And then we're kind of focusing on the architecture of the space. So that way, like the styling and accessories don't have to work so hard. So we added beams and we put tongue and groove on the walls and built-ins and like changed all the lighting and painted. So that way, when you walk in, the space is beautiful and you don't have to have as many pillows and things that kids are
Right.
going to destroy.
That's interesting to think about.
That is interesting to think about, all the things that go into the way a space feels. It's not
Yeah.
just the soft pieces or the things that you add, it's also the space itself and how it's
Yes.
been treated.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, now I don't know. I'm just, yeah.
I know.
My wheels are turning.
I hear them.
I know they're
Wait.
very loud in there.
Exactly. So, Sarah, if we take this same concept kind of
Okay.
outside, so as you know, people watching, we're going into the warmer seasons. People might want to be
Yeah.
spending their mornings or their evenings on their porches. How, maybe like two or three ways that
Okay.
you can kind of take that functionality and that beauty and bring it outside
Good.
that people can do at home.
Yeah. So I like to think of the exterior as an extension of your home. So whatever kind of style you've done inside, I do like to carry that outside. And then when I design outdoor spaces, I treat it like a living room. So if it's for instance, a seating area. So I'll have seating furniture and I'll have a coffee table and a side table and a rug and some throw pillows. It'll all just be outdoor appropriate materials. So things that can take a beating and will wear well, things that are not going to be destroyed.
Sure.
Yeah. So I just want that. That's what I normally. And then when it comes to furniture, I actually like matching sets for outdoor furniture. If you told me to do that inside, I would say no, absolutely
Interesting.
not.
Right.
Yes. But if you do a matching set on the outdoors, you sort of focus more on the view and the exterior, and everything just feels a little bit calmer. And then durable materials. So we don't live in California where we do not have a moderate climate.
Right.
We take so much wear and tear here.
Yeah.
So just a lot recently, I've been sourcing polywood furniture.
Cool.
Yes.
It's like the best. They have a 20-year warranty, and there's a lot of vendors locally like C Classics that sell
Yes.
polywood furniture, and they're nice looking and they last forever. So that's my best outdoor furniture tip.
Matching
And
sets.
then, yes, matching sets. I know it's crazy. And then I guess, do I have time for one more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this.
So when you look at outdoor like catalogs and they have outdoor place settings, it's styled perfectly, but like they're just not practical for you to have a bunch of throw pillows out there and all these cute little accessories and vases. So what I like to do is start with the base. You've got a rug and your furniture, that can be out there all the time. And then I'll just have a collection of styling accessories. So like some throw pillows and some candles and hurricanes and vases of flowers and greenery that you can bring out when you want to have like a special evening or you want to have guests over. Just little like mood lighting accessories, just things so that your outdoor space feels a little more special, but it's very practical during the week when you're running around.
That is so smart. And like keeping them in a little bin that you can just
Yeah.
take in and
Yeah.
out of the house. I always wondered how people kept their outdoor spaces looking cute with accessories like that, and they
They
don't.
don't. They don't. They bring it all out for the photo shoot.
Good life hack.
A really good life hack. This is really good.
Yeah.
I also think it's so interesting because what you were talking about earlier with the way the furniture and the architectural details inside the house and the finishes on the walls and things, the beams, how that plays with the furniture. And then you're talking about the importance of having furniture that is maybe not as impactful visually because you want the focus to be on the outdoors when you're in these outdoor
Yeah.
spaces. So what I hear you saying is that you're approaching these spaces holistically and understanding how the setting and the things that you're putting in it have to work together,
Yeah.
to reach the goal.
Yeah,
That's
you could
really
be
cool.
my new brand manager. That's that's
That's
exactly it.
really interesting though. I mean, I
like that.
hadn't thought about it. I mean, that's really a cool perspective.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you haven't because it means that I stay in business as so.
Love
That's
it.
exactly right. Nailed it.
I know. Well, guys, if you took anything from today, I mean, I think all of this is applicable for your outdoor spaces, but also it was so cool to learn more about Sarah Beth Interiors and all that you do. We will put your website over in the comments so people can
Great.
easily click over and learn more about you.
Awesome.
I loved stalking your website. It's really cute. I don't know why I keep saying stalking.
I don't know, but I like it. It sounds interesting. I like it.
But we do have a final question for you before we let you go. Would you like to ask it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah, we would love to know what is saving your life right now.
I just got a new dog. And he's perfect.
Tell
And
us
I made him go to my neighbor's house because I was afraid he was going to interrupt me. But now I know that question, I should have left him here.
What kind? What name? Tell us everything.
No, misplaced mutts. His name is Bodie. And he's like a Google image search said he's a plot hound mix of some sort.
Cute.
But he's really cute. So he's a good boy. So he's bringing a lot of joy to my life right now.
That's amazing. Yay,
That's
Bodhi.
really neat.
That
That's
is
really
so
sweet. Did you name Bodhi or did Bodhi come named Bodhi?
I named Bodie.
I love
I
it.
love that.
We changed it.
It's such a great name. It's such a great
Yeah.
name. I love dog
He
names.
answered to it. We tried 50 names and he answered to that one. So
Okay, good.
There you go.
I love
Done. Done.
Yeah.
Yay, congratulations on your new
Thank you.
little furry friend.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for your time today. We're so excited to have connected with you finally and to learn a little bit about how to make our outdoor spaces even better. Exactly.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Bye,
Thanks,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Bye.
Oh gosh, Meg. So what's saving your life? Do you know?
It's probably the same thing that's saving yours, but I want you to say it.
I know, you guys, I know we're remaining calm, but we're having an event.
We're not sweating.
I know, exactly. We're having an event late this afternoon for past clients at the new Coral Bay Club.
I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah, it's just we're going to be outside, just kind of on the ocean side, having some cocktails and snacks and just kind of hanging out. But we decided, we normally don't have. We have our events at the office or somewhere else, but we decided since it was our 10th anniversary and since they just rebuilt the Coral Bay Club and it's kind of just reopening, that it would be really fun to do that.
I'm so excited. The photos alone of everything on the inside looks beautiful. That whole team that was a part of that just
I know they did
knocked it out of the
great
park.
job.
So
They did
really
a
excited to see it. Really excited to see our past clients and hang out with our team and all of them.
I know it's gonna be fun.
Yay.
We hope you guys have something that you're really looking forward to this weekend, and thank you for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.